Hello, Kitaholic Kits fans and Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? So I'm up with my third January kit project, and I'm using the gorgeous gold foiled 12 by 12 pattern paper, I guess you would call it. How awesome is this paper, and how very difficult it was not to hoard it. It is something of a very different kind of paper I think I've seen before in a collection. But yes, I am using it today as much as it was a difficult one to use, but I'm not cutting into it, so that is something different. So I'm actually scrapping this photo of these 2 cups of coffee, which do have some sentimental value to them, so as odd as it seems. So I am using the pattern papers here to back my photos. So first off, I'm adding a thin white border around my my photo here, which I have sort of cut, sort of fussy cut out, I guess you would say. I can't think of the word right at the minute, but like cut around sort of all the negative space, cut that out. So you've just got the outline of the coffee cups, just to make them stand out, just because there's no real interesting kind of points of image in the photos, so really making them the focal point. And then I'm just going to use, I liked this pattern paper where there was a variety of different patterns on this one. For some reason with this one, usually when we get these kind of cut apart type pattern papers I've had before, they don't do much for me. I usually always use the B side, and then I don't really bother with this side. But this time around, I've really enjoyed using this side for this, like, as a, like, because it's got the different the different pattern papers on it. It's really kind of been an all-in-one pattern paper. It's been really good. So I really do add a number of layers to this photo, and when you see it at the end, and you probably see it more in the photos than of the still images of the layout, it really adds quite a layer of dimension to the photo and level to it, 3D-ness to it. It's really late at night and it's been a busy day at work, and I'm just brain drained a little bit, so yep, bear with me here. But like, I keep looking at my layout because it's just sitting on my desk to be put away, and there is just this dimension to the photo on the layout, because it's got so many layers of pattern paper, and because I bulk it up then with some foam tape, it just has a real, it really has quite a 3D-ness to it. So which was not my intention as such. I just really wanted to make this stand out off the background, because obviously the beautiful flowers and the gold foil really strike your attention, but I wanted to make sure that the story was being told, and of these 2 coffee cups. So, which brings me to my next point, the story. The point of the layout, which is what I'm documenting, is our anniversary. So coffee is kind of my partner's and I thing. We kind of fell in love and became friends, and then fell in love over coffee. Our story starts with coffee being brought, and then over a number of coffees, and things being shared, and friendship being built that way, through work and things like that. So coffee is our thing, and our big love for coffee then became a big love of each other. So that's kind of our thing. I know, corny, but anyway. So every anniversary we always make sure that, if anything, we've not always been able to afford to go and do very much for our anniversary over our many years together, so we always make sure that we can at least go for a cup of coffee. So that's just our thing. And sometimes we have the kids for our anniversary, so we don't always, as I said, get to do something too. So like last year we went for morning tea with the kids, and yeah, so I took a photo of our yummy cup of coffee instead. So yes, that is this layout. And when I saw this paper and it says thank you for my many blessings, and then you'll see me add to the title coffee and for you, I think I say. It's just a little quirk twist on the title as well, on the phrase as well at the bottom. So yeah, but that's the point of this layout. So it's a bit of a sweet, corny one, but it's a bit different, and it's something, I guess, your inanimate objects being documented as well. So it's not a person one, it's a coffee cup one. So yeah, it's a bit different, which makes it very interesting to scrap, because there isn't really any colours in this photo. There's not a theme. There is a theme, but not a theme as such. So I kind of could go anywhere with it. But yeah, so yeah, it was good. It was easy-ish, but difficult at the same time to scrap. I was open to interpretation on those flowers. I was going to do some playing around with some watercolors, but I changed my mind. And when I did this layout, I did see a couple of the other design team girls play around with the watercolors kind of. So I sort of went, I might leave them a bit bare and let's just see how that looks without the watercolors on there as well, just to give you guys a bit of variety. And without the watercolors looks just as good as well. You can play around with embellishing. You can build some clusters around the flowers that are already there as well, and add your own colour that way if you haven't got watercolors or mixed media isn't your thing. And as you can see here, I don't use any mixed media. So yeah, I've grabbed one of the doilies as well, and I'm just using some double-sided foam tape, as I said, just to give that extra bit of dimension, but I didn't probably have to if I didn't want to. The layers of paper, the pattern paper behind the photo itself, because there's quite a few layers, as you would have seen there, would have given enough dimension in itself. I was really busting to put something along the side there of that doily. I really have no idea why, but you'll see me play around, or possibly see me play around along the side there. I don't know why, but for some reason I felt the need that something had to go on top of the doily on that left-hand side. Do you ever get that point where when you're doing something on a layout and you just keep looking at something like that left-hand side of that doily there, and you're just like, something has to go there. It has to just go there. Or you look at an embellishment or like a cluster you need to put somewhere, and you're like, it has to go there. I don't know why, but for me, this layout, something had to go there. It was driving me nuts. I don't know why. And even now I'm looking at it going, why didn't I put something there? Something needed to go there. I added a bit of, in the main kit, was the embellishment kit. I know in both we got something. We got tulle in one, and you can see in the right corner there we got some white little bit of ribbon. I stuck some ribbon down there, and I've just popped some heart embellishment at the top, like die cut at the top as well, just to create a little thin border and cluster at the top here. Now this butterfly actually fell off one of the Heidi Swap paper clips when I picked it up to pop it up on there, and I was like, I think I'll just use it on its own. So that's what I did, because I quite liked it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just adding it to by itself. So I'm not going to muck around trying to fix it or add another one. So that was the one I wanted, so that's the one I'm using. So just adding that nice little cluster up there. Because I add the memories. I didn't realise I'd added it. Sorry, I must have cut that out. I missed it. I added the memories down the bottom. It's not part of my title, but I liked using that big word. I just thought that was a lot of empty white space down there too, so I needed to fill that in. Well, to me, I felt I needed to fill it in. Again, I'm not using lots and lots of flower or embellishments around the flower part on the paper, and it's very white, so I wanted to add, made me a bit nervous, so I needed to add some big bits, pieces, die cuts to my page, just to fill in a bit of the whiteness as well. So that cluster at the top there with the ribbon and the heart sort of balanced out the word memories, the big word memories at the bottom. See, look, Here, again, I'm trying to put something on that left-hand side. Now, I'm not a religious person, so I wasn't going to use these crosses very much. So you will see that I've probably done this a couple of goes in some of my layouts. I do layer them up in behind things, just because I don't know how else to use them. So if anyone else is having trouble with them, that's the best suggestion I have. I can't even talk. I'm just not sure myself. So that's what I do. And here I go, I put my title. So it's kind of a bit of a long one. Thankful for my many blessings, coffee, and you. Because it'll go in our album, and that will be our quirky, funny little thing when we look back at it. Should we look back at it, I guess. So as you can see, if you have a bit of a closer kind of look, you can see around in my surface here, around my table, the bits and pieces that I've got for my kit. There's some wood embellishments there. Some wood veneer. There's the puffy stickers from the Heidi Swap Journal Studio there on the left. And I'm pulling bits and pieces obviously from my blue little tray as well to use on this layout. So there's obviously plenty in the kits. And if you're a subscriber, you would have seen Lauren, who's on the design team. She is just smashing out kits at the moment, smashing out layouts at the moment, and she's still got heaps left. So definitely we've got plenty to use. Adding some more little clusters here, using some of the exclusive printables as well from the kits. Just trying to add some little clusters here and there, just to pop in some, kind of fill in some little spaces here and there. And now I'm just going to add some journaling just to, tell the story of these strange 2 coffee cups popping up in our album. Looking at my layout, I probably should have or could have popped the journaling up like on the top right corner just to fill in that space. But, when you're looking at it from this angle, it's obviously, when you're in the moment. And using these chipboard stickers that came in the kit as well, I'm pretty certain they're a pink Paisley Paige Evans Turn the Page ones. And this was perfect because I could use the little teacups that came in the chipboard stickers. I just don't think I'd ever use them again. Like, I have a few that have these on them, and I just I don't document coffee that much. So I was like, when am I going to use these? So this was perfect. I was like, yep, I'm going to chuck a few of them on there and get them out of the way. Oh, I did think about that's what I was going to do. I was going to add using those Cocoa Vanilla Alphas that we got as well in the embellishment kit, I think. I was going to put the word anniversary and then change my mind because it would just be far too much words, way too wordy. Just using a roller date stamp from my stash just to put the date there and go stamp it a little bit in the top corner. And then I think my layout might be nearly done. I've added some more 3D embellishments there using the acrylic hearts and some chipboard stars, I think. I think I'm done. Possibly. Well, yes, I'm pretty certain. I'm just adding some puffy stickers. That's right. And then there will be some close-ups of my layout at the end. Any questions, always remember to leave them in the comments and we'll try and get back to you, or put them on the subscriber page. And as always, we love to see your layouts and see what you're creating with this month's kits. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again next week with another end of the month project before our next lot of kits are revealed. My goodness me, already. See you later, guys.